Hey guys, it's Marshall with you, and I'm here today to create another video or show another video of another request that I had. Well, it wasn't a request, it was more of a question, and that question was, could the Legends Quest plugin, along with the SE plugin, perform a quest or simulate a quest where a player is asked to, stop a cult of bad priests kind of thing. And I said, sure, yeah, we can do something like that. So I didn't get a ton of detail. So I just basically took it upon myself to put something together. And I told them, I'll put it together in a video and show you and see how it looks. So I did this one a little differently. The criteria were we want some priests to summon a demon, and you kind of fight the demon, banish him back, and the cult madness, and then finish, turn in your quest, get a reward. So I took that and created this. What I'm doing with this video is I actually recorded how I did this first, obviously. So I'm in the tool set and I created all this, and then obviously I ran through it. This, what I did is I'm actually putting the run through at the beginning of the video and the how to at the end. So I actually recorded this in reverse. It's pretty straightforward. It wasn't a really complicated quest, and I guess the big point is that I did it in less than an hour. So the tool set section of this video, and I think this is going to get cut up in 3 or 4 videos, and the tool set section is less than an hour. Now, I'm an advanced user of my plugins, so I wouldn't expect a novice user to be able to create this in less than an hour until you get really used to it. But the idea, once again, is none of this was created with any scripting. There was zero scripting to do this, and again, once you become proficient with my plugins, you can do things like this in less than an hour. So let's run through. What I did is I only created one area, and I kept it very, very basic and very generic and very simple because I only wanted to demonstrate functionality. Once again, I didn't want to demonstrate creativity or anything like that. So the quest is rather simple and mundane, but it does exactly what I was asked to do. So we'll see how it goes. Again, when you're doing this for a real world, I would obviously put in a lot more meat and potatoes, a lot more you know information in the quest, a lot more detail, some more history about where I am and what I'm doing. This is the quest giver, and I just use Aldenon to Sage. He's the quest giver. He would normally be in a town or somewhere else or in a church or something, and the actual bad cult of priests would be in a dungeon somewhere, I would imagine. But for simplicity, I put the priest just beyond this, the cult just beyond this door, and the quest giver right here, just to keep it down to one area and keep it simple. So this test module then I just tossed up on a server, and we are going to run through. So the quest is called The Summoning. It's a single person quest, level 1, easy quest. And it's, please help, good adventurer. The cult of evil priests are attempting to summon a vile demon. You must stop them. You can find them in the next room. I will gladly reward you if you can help. So obviously, pretty basic. He wants you to stop the evil priests, and your reward is 50 gold. So we'll accept that quest, and then we'll go in to the next room. Do I even have any equipment? Yeah, I got a little sickle there, so that's good. So we'll walk into the room, and we'll see this little summoning platform, and there's a few thrones over there in the background, and we see these guys kind of doing this little worshiping thing. They're throwing their arms up in the air, trying to summon in their demon and all that stuff. So when I get close to them, they're not plot, and the idea is you're not actually going to fight them. They are going to watch the show while you fight the demon that they're going to spawn or summon in. And they're all going to take a back seat over here in the throne. So we'll walk up and see what happens. We walk in here. The first thing you notice, they stop summoning. So you don't see them throwing their arms up in the air anymore. And they say, who are you? What are you doing here? How did you get in? And quickly finish the summoning. So it looks like they're going to go and try and summon this demon. And they're going to fire off some special effects here, some beams. And we summon him in with a screen shake, and here comes our demon. And now he says, who dares summon me, prepare to die. Yes, he's a little kobold. He's a little kobold, and he's going to kick my butt if I don't fight him. But the priest went over there and took a back seat, so I'm going to go and kill him and see what happens. We're going to try and kill him before he kills me. Ah, and he killed me. That's not good. So I'm just going to respawn, because this is just a test module. And I killed him, and it says you banished the demon. Big fire explosion. All the priests died over here, and I get a little message saying, you've banished the demon from whence it came and foiled the evil priest's plot. You should return to Aldenon for a reward. So again, very, very simple quest. It took me less than an hour to do this in Toolset. Again, in a real world, you'd have a bigger demon, a much bigger fight, a lengthier fight. Maybe have the priests do some random shouts, but there's all sorts of fluff and flavor that you could add to this, and just make it a lot more interesting. But really, again, I was only trying to demonstrate functionality. So as you can see, Aldenon's quest icon is lit up again, meaning he wants to talk to me. And I go talk to him, and he says, you've done it. Thank you so much for stopping the evil cult. Please take this gold as a thanks. I hit finish, and I get quest completed and acquired 50 gold and 50 experience points. And that's it. So the next piece of this video that you're going to see is how I did this in the toolset using the Legends plugins. The plugins I used were the Spawn AI, Quest, and the Quest Special Effects plugin were used to create this. So pretty straightforward, nothing complicated. And again, just another good example for you to help learn. And I'll get into more detail with it in the next part of this playlist, so you can see exactly how I created this. So we'll tune in, and we'll see you in the next video. Hey guys, it's Marshall with you again. I'm in the tool set now, and I'm about to show you how I created the quest that you've just seen me complete. I haven't actually played it yet because I haven't created yet. I'm just doing it now. If it seems like I'm winging it, I am. So the area I've got already set up here in the tool set. Just put some placeables down just to kind of get ahead of the game. Most people already know how to get their areas and everything started. But what we've got here is the area ready to go, and I've got the Mr. HP man for spawning, so this area is ready for spawning. I've also pre-created a couple of NPCs that I think I'm going to need for that quest, so I won't need to be going through that trying to create any NPC characters, because we all know how to do that as well. So what I did first is I created a plan of sorts, and this is what I usually do when I create quests. I just kind of jot down some bullet points of what I think should have it happen. And again, this quest is the quest to end the cult ritual. This piece, these bullet points here are basically the quest itself, and these bullet points are the special effects that I'll need to perform during the quest. So to get started, the first thing I'm going to want to do is to actually create the quest. So what I'm going to do is fire up the quest plugin and go new quest. Now I've got all the plugins already installed and configured, so I'm just going to create a brand new quest here, and we'll call it I don't know, the summoning, like that, and it'll be 50 experience and 50 gold. Level 1, and the rest is good. We're going to use an existing quest giver, and what I did is I made a copy of Aldenon the Sage for this. So he'll be our quest giver. We won't have a pre-quest one-liner, we'll have a post-quest, and it'll just say thank you for your help and the offer. Now, again, when I'm doing these videos, I'm only doing them for tutorial purposes only, so I'm not really going to put much meat into the offer. But again, you have to use your imagination and put lots of descriptive text in here. So we'll say, please help, good adventurer. The cult of evil priests are attempting to summon a vile demon. You must stop them. You can find them in the next room. Of course, that would realistically be, in the Dungeon X and how to get there and all that stuff. will gladly reward you if you can help. And a reminder, please stop the evil priests. And he's obviously the finisher. We'll want to come back to him and get a reward. You've done it. Thank you so much for stopping the evil cult. Please take this gold as thanks. Simple enough. So we're only going to need one objective in this. The context of the quest, or what we want to accomplish in the quest, how we want it to play out, is we're going to walk into the room. The evil priests are actually going to summon the demon. You're going to fight the demon, and you're going to kill him. And when he dies, you complete the objective, and then you basically finish the quest, come back to Aldenon the Sage, and get your reward. So really, I only need one objective for this. This is a rather simple quest. Nothing complicated about it at all. So we'll add a new objective, and it's just to kill something. Now, as I said before, I've already got some NPCs and creatures pre-created for this, and I got him called the Big Demon. And you only need to kill one. And what we'll say when you kill him, you've banished the demon. You have banished the demon and foiled the evil priest's plot. You should return to Aldenon for a reward. And it's actually that simple. We don't have to do anything else. So, I think we're good. We don't need to really do anything more. We'll finish that. And, whoop, I'm being interrupted 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. While I was away, I just realized I don't think I put in a quest text objective, so I need to check that. No, I didn't. So I forgot to add the objective as seen in journal. So let's go back and set this up like we already did. One, and the alternate notice is you've banished the demon, and you've banished to the demon from whence it came. I can't remember what I said before, but that's fine. And foiled the evil priest's plot. You should return to Aldenon for a reward. So that was all fine, but I forgot to put in this. Now, we know, because we're creating this quest, is that they have to defeat the demon, but when they accept this quest, they don't actually know that that's what they're going to have to do. So the objective shouldn't give it away. We should say something like, stop the evil priests. That'll be our objective. There we go. And that's our quest. Now, the next thing we're going to have to do is place some of these props down that we just created. And we're going to do that by spawning them. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to spawn good old Aldenon out here. And I'm going to set our start location right there. And we're going to spawn good old Aldenon right around here. And we'll fire up the spawn plugin on him. Aldenon, add, and he's going to come in plot. There we go. So he'll come here and he'll be the guy that's going to give us the quest, and then the player's going to come in the room and find the priests. Now the priests are all going to be doing some worshiping and all that good stuff. So we'll get those guys placed first. Now again, I'm kind of winging this. But I've done enough of these to be fairly effective at it. Okay, so we're going to put 4 priests down, and as I said before, I've created 4 priests for us to use, and we're going to put them around this circle, and that's where they're going to summon their demon. So I've got a spawn point down, and we'll put in our first priest, And he is going to be Bad Priest 1. And he's going to spawn right away. He's going to be Plot. And yeah, that's all I need for that. Now, one thing I do need to do is I do want to put these guys on a particular faction. I don't want them to be hostile with the player, because I don't want to actually have the player fight the priest. I want the player to fight the demon, not the priest. But I also don't want the priest fighting a demon or the demon fighting the priest. So I need to create a faction that's going to be neutral to everybody. So what we'll do is we'll go into our factions and we'll create a new faction, and we'll just call it neutral. Neutral, like that. And he's neutral to everyone. So that's perfect. Now, one other thing, we're going to spawn in our demon, and he's not going to be hostile immediately. Actually, you know what? Yeah, he will be hostile. Yeah, he'll be hostile as soon as he spawns in, and he'll just grumble something and start fighting. But we could spawn him in non-hostile, make him have a conversation first, and then attack the players if we wanted to, but we're not going to get into that. We'll just spawn him in, and he'll be angry, say something, and fight. But again, we still don't want the priests and the demon fighting each other or whatnot. So what I will have to do, and I'm just doing this on the other screen, is I'm just assigning the neutral faction to these priests so that they don't fight anybody. Okay, there we go. Now, the next thing I want to do is set up the AI for the priests. Now, the priests are going to have a couple of different AIs, because during different stages of this quest, they're going to be doing different things. The first thing they're going to be doing, I think, is kind of summoning their little demon. So I'll go back to my notes. And again, the quest was relatively easy. But what we want to do is you're going to walk in for the demon area, and 4 neutral priests are going to be performing a ritual. So that's going to be like 1 AI. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just write priests AI. And the first AI they're going to have is their summoning. The second AI is going to be them standing up. Or, well, not standing up, but stopping their worship or whatever it is that they're going to be doing. And stand up and stand. Good enough. So that'll be another AI. And then there's going to be a third AI where the priests are going to move to a designated location to watch the fight. So that'll be 3 AIs. So the priests will have 3 AI profiles on them. The first AI is going to be their default one, so as soon as they spawn in, this is what they're going to be doing. And then throughout the quest, we'll have them do these things at the appropriate stages. So this one is going to be relatively easy. We don't need to do a whole lot. Well, we do have to do a little bit. If we want them to perform a ritual, that's going to be an NPC action. And in the AI, and I'm just going to bring these over. In the AI plugin, there is an NPC tasks section. And the one we're looking for is this worship NPC. So we need to place 4 of these down where the priests are going to be performing this action. And we're going to make them perform it right next to where they spawn, facing that way. I usually like to separate it a little bit. So we'll lay 4 of those down. And I should probably, yeah, well, let's just do it anyway. We'll lay 4 of these down. This is where the priest will be performing. And you'll notice that I haven't laid the other spawn point yet. Spawn points for the other priests, and I'll show you why that is in a minute. But for now, we're going to do these because this is where the priests need to be to worship, to do their worshiping action. Right there. Okay. So that's what they're going to be doing in that first AI. The second AI, they don't need to do anything other than standing still. And then they're going to move to a designated waypoint to watch the fight. So that's why I put these 4 thrones here. I'm basically going to want them to move over here when the fight begins and just stand and watch. So in order to do that, we're going to want to create a patrol route. And we're going to put posts. And each priest will go to a different post. So I'll put that back. And what we're going to do is we're going to give each of these posts a different route name so that each priest can go to their appropriate one. So this will be, we'll call this route throne 1 because that's where it is. And this one will be throne 2. And this one will be throne 3. And this one will be throne 4. Okay, so we've got our 4 throne points. So again, the evil priest will go here and stand and watch the action. So the AIs have been set up. Now we can continue configuring the AI on this spawn point. So I need to grab the actual spawn point, that's it, and fire up the AI plugin on it. Edit this spawn point. So their default AI is going to be an NPC action. So we'll go random NPC action. We'll get them to do a worship 1 meter from where their home point is, where they spawn in. Now the reason why we don't want to allow this to be a large number, because what will happen is whenever an NPC does a random NPC action, it looks for all of the worship type waypoints in their vicinity, randomly chooses one and walks to it and performs the action. Now, because I don't want these guys all shuffling around going to one of the different 4 waypoints, I want them to go to the one that's right next to them. I'll keep this number nice and low, like 1. So we'll save that. That's his primary number 1 AI. His second AI is going to be standing still. So stand still, and that's just going to be an immobile AI. Easy enough. And his third AI is going to be throne walk. It doesn't really matter what we call it. And this guy's route is going to be throne 1. Save. Now here's the trick on how this works in the Quest SE plugin. These are basically, you can think of these as numbered from 1 to 3. The first one in the list of default is always number 1. The second one in the list is be number 2, and the throne walk will be number 3. The reason that is because in the SE plugin, when you do a change of AI on an NPC or a creature, it asks you what profile number you want. At the time of this video, I haven't really created a way to correlate the names. Maybe in the future I will, but for now, for the time being, as of 193/194, you just put in the profile number, and how they're numbered is the top of the list is 1 working your way down. So in this case, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So we'll finish that. Now here's the reason why I didn't lay 4 of these at the beginning. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to copy this thing and paste it to the other locations, and then make a minor change to each one. That way I don't have to do all that work again. So let's get them positioned, and do the next one. There. Now, this guy's 1, so this guy's number 2. So what we're going to do first is we're going to actually change from priest 1 to priest 2. So that's going to be fairly easy. We'll go into edit this guy, and we'll actually remove bad priest 1 and add bad priest 2, like that. Now again, you call these guys whatever you want. And then on his AI, we'll edit that too. And his throne walk, he's going to actually throne walk to throne 2, like that. And that's it. I'll do that same thing for each. Plugins, spawn. And we're going to remove priest 1 and put on priest 3. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to have happen. Did I find a bug? Maybe. Oh yeah, I think I did. I remember this bug. I haven't had a chance to fix it. It basically, if you hit remove when there's no entries in this table, it causes an exception. I just have to capture it, and I haven't done that yet. But it's minor. So priest 3, bad priest 3, we'll do his AI. His AI is the third AI throne walk, he's going to go to throne 3, like so. And then the fourth one, oops, go in there, spawn, and we're going to remove bad priest 1, add bad priest 4, add, finish, and AI, and we're going to change his throne walk to 4, save, finish. Okay, that's it for the priests. Now, the next thing we're going to want is a spawner for our demon. So we're going to grab another spawn point. We're going to spawn our demon right in the center here. So this is where our demon is going to go. And he is going to be our big demon. Now he's just going to be a standard spawn point, except for he's going to be a trigger. So he's not actually going to spawn right away. Some outside force is going to spawn this guy, activate his spawn point, and that's going to be the SE plugin at a particular time. So, oh, one sec. That was important to email. Okay, sorry about that. And I just realized that my timer is at about 20 minutes here, so I'm going to end this video now so I can cut up the video seamlessly and pick it up in the next video.